Who'll be texting me at a time like this? Live chat. Okay, live. Desktop. Microphone. Oh yeah. Okay, man. Let's get it. Yo, what's up, Antonio? Can you hear me? My day's good, man. How are you doing? Nice, that's good to hear, bro. Ah, that damn hill always gets me, man. Oh shit. Whoa. Too hard. Too hard. Ah. Ah, son. Dude, that corner gets so greasy. God damn it. Fuck, I wish my pedals were stuck to the goddamn ground, dude. Imagine if that happened in real life. Fucking locked up the wheels, dude. There's no feel in video games, dude. No G-force. No feel. What the shit, man? I fucking suck at this view, dude. I don't know how everybody does it. And I don't know why it's different. I don't know why it's like a different steering sensitivity when you switch to this view. You would think it'd be like muscle memory, but completely different car in this view. Fuck. I'm gonna get this turn right. Yowza. Dude, fuck this guardrail, bro. Shit's like a half-cooked noodle. Lame. Fuck. I need to practice my left foot braking, dude. Aw, man. Why did I let off the gas, dude? Commit, motherfucker, commit. What the? Yo, what up, NC? Thanks, bro. It is pretty nice. It's almost as good as the real thing, dude. Whoa. This has been a thing for a long time. It's just a clip-on, dude. This is a Logitech G920, so when I do my other streams, it just sits, if you look at the spotlight, it just sits right there on the ground. So it's always here, it's always around. It's just under the desk until I work up enough patience to clip it onto the desk and whatnot. It's not perfect because this whole desk shakes, and I don't know if you can see on the camera. Everything shakes. It's not a very good desk. It's really makeshift. And I need to upgrade to a nice gaming desk, but they are expensive. I have thousands of hours in Forza, dude. I just don't usually stream it. Because I don't like playing on controller anymore, and nobody ever wants to play, so... But I always come back to Forza, dude. Before I was into Battlefield, that's all I did was play Forza. My grandma bought me the first Xbox. Well, she brought all of us the first Xbox. But she got us Sega GT 2000, which back in the day was one of the best damn graphics games ever. It was insane. And then like a month later, she got me Need for Speed Underground 2. So I came into it like basically at the peak of gaming. Of tuner gaming. Was Underground 2 was basically the peak of games for tuners. There was some other honorable mentions like Need for Speed Pro Street, things like that, but we have always searched to get that same feeling that we got from Underground 2, and a lot of people are still loyal to Underground 1, just Need for Speed Underground. What? Yeah, W Grandma, yeah, dude. And funny story, I've had this G920 forever, dude, and when I first got it, I hooked it up to my Xbox, and let me tell you, dude, I had this motherfucker for a whole freaking year before I could even drive at all good. I was so mad and frustrated because I grew up driving in real life. I always had my Honda Civic, and I've always been one to play on the back roads. And so coming from real life to video games on the steering wheel was beyond disappointing, dude. I was so mad. I was like, how could this be, dude? I sit here and watch people do it on the internet all day, and they have no driving experience. And I'm a decent driver, and I got a wheel. How come I can't? It doesn't make any sense. And it took me a whole year just to get to where I could kind of do it. And it took me another year after that to play with all the settings and build tunes, because this game is not even close to enjoyable unless you have a good tune on your car. Something that complements a steering wheel. Alright, that's enough of this track. Let's go hit the mountain. So the other thing, being a Forza person, Forza 5 is like... Oh, I still drive the Civic. What are you talking about, dude? It's in the garage right now. I actually have to put new piston rings in it, because I rebuilt it, and I did some experimental ring gap stuff, and it did not work out well. But anyways, being a Forza guy, as good as Forza Horizon 5 is, another thing that another piece of nostalgia we've been chasing is like Forza 3, Forza 4, when they had Fujimi Kato. Oh man, dude. That was another peak in gaming. That was back when Forza still had the Civic on... They still had the 4-door Civic Si on the game. Nowadays we don't. All we get is the hatchback and the new Civics. Yeah, dude. My first car was a Civic. My second car was a Civic. My first car was a 96 4-door. My second car was a 97 4-door. And then my third car is also a 96 4-door. Yeah, the hatch is nice, but I'm a 4-door guy. Not because I like to have passengers. I really don't know why. I just love the 4-door, dude. So much so that, like check this out, dude. My brother got me this. This is fucking awesome. So badass I didn't even take it out of the package. That is... Damn, the glare. A Civic Vario, which is basically like a New Zealand model, but it's a 4-door. How rare is that, dude? A 96 Civic that's the size of a Hot Wheels. This is a Prelude. This is a Hot Wheels, but this is like a more detailed Civic Vario. It was $30. And then, so like the story of like why I'm such a Civic guy. So back when I was a kid, I really wanted the Lamborghini, the 97 Lamborghini Diablo GTR, because I saw it in a Popular Mechanics magazine, and for a long time that was my dream car, and then I realized I'll never be able to afford one. So then I switched my dream car to the R34 GTR Skyline, and then I realized I'm never going to be able to afford one of those either. And then I saw in the Scholastic Book Fair, they had this poster, and it was this car. And I didn't even know what it was. I was just like, dude, that's a fucking awesome car. So I bought the poster, and that poster hung up in my room and like wherever I went for a long time. But this is the car that started it all for me. This is a 2001 Super Street first prize, I think, winner. My brother found this online for me. There's another $40 questionable mistake buy, but the hood is not the same, so I don't understand why everything on the car was pretty much one-to-one replica with the show car, except for the hood, so that sucks. Eventually I might try to get with my sister and try to 3D print the actual hood, the sniper hood that goes on this car, but yeah, this is the car that started it all for me. Didn't even know what it was. I was just like, man, that's a cool car, I want that. And then years later I found out it was a Honda Civic, and that became my dream car, and I've had 4 of them. 4? No, I've had 3. My girlfriend had 2 and I had 2, and she sold her 93 because it was an automatic. I convinced her to sell it and buy a 97, and then she gifted it to me when we broke up, so technically I guess I've had 3. But yeah, that's the story of why I'm a Civic guy. Been a Honda guy ever since. Anyways, enough of that crap. Let's get back to this. Whatever, car. This thing gets weird sometimes, dude. I'm not a Nissan guy. Yeah, so my brother has 6, I think, Civics, or has had. He's owned 2 Accords. Let's see. His first one was a 93 4-door. Then he bought a 92, which is badass. You can see that on my background sometimes. It's the blue one with the sniper hood, actually. Let's see if we can... How do I do this? I don't think I can minimize this. Well, we can just quit to the desktop. It's no big deal. These 2 cars. This was his second one. These are terrible pictures, though. How do I go to slideshow? There's my Civic in the background. That's my one that runs so far. This is the hatchback. So he had the 93, and then this is the 92, and then he got the hatch, which is right here, and this one, which he sold to my other brother. And he has an Integra. He had two Integras, but one of them was a parts car. And what else? Let's see if we can bring up some pictures. Here we go. This is the sniper hood that goes on that car. That's my car. This is my brother's 92 two-door coupe. You can see how much more badass that hood is. A little more of my car. That's when I got the rims painted. Here's a little piece of the hatch that he has. He got way more into it than I did. This is at my mom's house. This was a drive to the park one day for no reason. Yeah. And then, let's see. Stream all my personal life. Here's the other side of my car. I haven't fixed that door yet. I've been working on the motor. Eventually, when I get the motor all done and how I want it to be, then I'll build the chassis and then do all the body work. I obviously don't know any of my pictures. Here's when I painted my rims. That's the day the paint was cured. I put the tires on, took that picture. Where? Somewhere there's a picture of that green car that was on jack stands after it's all pretty. Here's like the second time I did a motor swap. I've had the motor out of my car so many times it's not even funny. This is the clutch that's in it right now. 8-pound flywheels, stage 2 pressure plate, and then this was a new puck that they had. It was some kind of compound that they kind of stole from the trucking industry. It's like a high heat. It's in between like an organic and a bimetallic almost, but it's a ceramic, and it just has good heat properties and all that. It was a super cool clutch. There's John, JV3 on his little KO, and there's my R3. That was a fun ride. Fucking dude was absolutely pinned in 6th gear going down the highway. And then we get up to Skyline Drive. Took this picture. That was a good day, dude. I miss hanging out with John so much. There's another angle. Those little KOs are badass, dude. Those things do like 60 miles an hour. Here's my other bike that I need to sell. 500R. CBR 500R. I thought I had more Civic pictures, but oh well. Whatever. Whatever. Back to the stream, bro. Anyways, enough of me freaking flapping my lips about Hondas, dude. I'm such a Honda fanboy. But yeah, I love Hondas, if you couldn't tell. Jesus. Dude, this Forza has the loudest startup. Bow. Bam, 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 annoying, bam, 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 so annoying. I hate that when you turn the music off, it still plays. Alright, that's loading. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. Dang. My PC's not half bad, I guess. It loads pretty fast. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. All two of you better stay right there. Back in business. I probably should not be drinking any caffeine right now, but there's supposed to be another epic world-ending Aurora Borealis. It's supposed to be, so I guess the one last night, I don't know if you heard or seen anything about that. We kind of grew up together. I'll get back to that in a second. The picture on the bottom where the chat is was last night. So I guess some kind of black hole or something or whatever it's called, sunspot I think is what it's called actually, opened up in the sun and released two giant solar flares. And so last night the Aurora Borealis happened, where it's not usually supposed to, which is like clear down by the equator. And so we all got to see that with our naked eyes. The picture down there is a long exposure so that you could see it better, but to be honest, dude, like the real feeling of it was you walked outside and you didn't see anything because your eyes weren't adjusted. You're like, oh, this is gay, this is like, you know, everybody's like, oh, there's supposed to be a meteor shower, or go watch this, or go that, do that, whatever. And you always walk outside and it's always like, oh, this is gay. Well, I was like, okay, well, that probably means I have to take a long exposure shot with my camera. So I whipped out my camera, I start taking all these pictures, and then like 20 minutes later, I'm done taking pictures, and I'm like, just go to observe myself, you know, like just look at the stars I usually do. And after my eyes had adjusted, what you could see in real life was just a little bit more dull than what that picture is under the chat. You could actually see the sky red. It was crazy. And that storm was yesterday, and that was a 1.7 on the solar flare thing or whatever. Whatever that's called. The one today is supposed to be like 5.1 or something. It's supposed to be insane. And there's still like a 50% chance of even seeing it because something about the poles aligning. Like, I guess, so the world has magnetic poles, and I guess the solar flares have a charge that correlates to that. So if the poles don't line up, then we probably won't see it, even though it's going to be the strongest, one of the strongest solar flares we've ever been exposed to. Where am I? Oh wow. Okay, we gotta go all the way to the festival. So, did me and Vernetti grow up together? Not really, but kinda. I didn't meet Vernetti until we were in our 20s. He was actually my brother's friend. I knew who he was because my brother hung out with him. But didn't really know him that well. And then he has a cousin that used to be my cousin. So we were cousins at one point. But long story short, one day I needed a job. And I think my brother quit at Jiffy Lube and he worked with John at Jiffy Lube. So we all just kind of took turns working at Jiffy Lube. John ended up getting promoted and he was actually my manager. It was funny. It was a time to be alive, dude. The Jiffy Lube bullshit. John should tell tales of Jiffy Lube on his YouTube. There's so many crazy stories. Yeah, we were cousins and didn't know, dude. Because, so like, my mom's oldest brother, which would be my uncle, he was with some chick that everybody hates, and she had a son named Levi. And I guess Levi is John's cousin, somehow. So, we used to be cousins. I guess we kind of still are, because, so like, Levi's mom has 2 other kids with my Uncle Daryl. So, Levi's half-brothers are, that's like related by blood, and those are my little nephews, basically, I guess. Or however that works. Cousins twice removed or something, because it's my uncle's kids, I don't know. Anyways, Canyon City's a weird place. Alright, let's get into some fucking Toge, dude. This is my favorite part of this game. I love Toge, man. This is how I drive in real life, by the way. Like, crashing through fences and everything, dude. I'm literally an anime character. Yeah, ask my ex, dude. One time, there's this road called Red Canyon, dude, and it's fucking sweet. Such a nice drive. But, I was racing my ass to work like I shouldn't have been. And we were hauling ass, dude. And I didn't have my suspension dialed in. It was all janky. and we come up over this curb, and I spun out, and we were hanging over the cliff, and we had one tire hanging off this cliff, dude, and she's we skidded to a stop, and we're like teetering over the edge like the fucking movies, dude. And she's all like a spider in a web, dude, just pinned to every fucking wall in the car. And she looks at me and she's like, what do I do? And I was like, what do you mean, what do you do? Get out, dude. My foot's on the brake. Get the fuck out. It was funny, dude. So then when that Chinese guy meme came out or whatever, yeah, but did you die though? That was like my thing with her. She always told these crazy stories about me, and I was like, yeah, but did you die though? I did so much dumb shit, dude, in my life. Oh, fuck. Damn it, dude. Someday I'll get that perfect. Ah, too hard in the paint, bro. Too hard in the paint. I wish I could listen to music, but YouTube will fucking copyright me, so that's gay. But I don't know what driving without funk music would be like, dude. Every day of my life. I have such a kick-ass driving soundtrack too, dude. It would really set the mood right now. God damn, this car is so fucking nice on the downhills, but it is very unpredictable uphill. And I can't get the suspension dialed for that. Oh, I love Toge. Alright, one more run. Whoops. Let's see how good I am at this view right now. I practiced a little bit, but not terrible. Nope. Oh, shit. The understeer gets me sometimes on drift, dude. Like, you might be going sideways, but there's still understeer and oversteer even when you're sideways. And it's the weirdest feeling. I don't like to brag, but I want everybody to notice that I don't have an e-brake. Because I'm badass. Hey, check you later, Carter. Thanks for showing up. I didn't even know you were here, but thank you for being here, dude. Yeah, I remember you, dude. You were here earlier at the ramen stream, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Appreciate you. Whoa, car. What the hell? This thing's trying to kill me. What's WC, bro? What does that mean? I'm 34, so I don't know text communication or whatever all that is. I don't know any of that stuff, dude. I was sheltered as a kid. What are you doing, car? Scheisse. This thing just gets squirrely uphill, dude. I don't know what it is. The altitude or something makes it dizzy. Oh, welcome. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Smash the like button for me. Everybody always comes to my streams and hangs out, and that's great. And I get a lot of new subscribers lately, which is awesome. I appreciate you guys for that. But nobody ever likes my streams, dude. So please leave a like. But even if you don't, thank you for showing up. Thank you for viewing. Thanks for leaving comments. I appreciate all that. Oh, no worries, dude. A lot of people show up and they don't comment. And, you know, I'd like people to comment, but it's fine. If you just want to watch and hang out, it's very common. Even some of my regular viewers, sometimes they get company and stuff and they just leave me play in the background. So, don't worry, dude. You're not the only one. Oops, didn't mean to hit that button. What the? If you make a mistake, make it look like it's on purpose. What the? That guardrail wanted a piece of my ass, dude. What? I don't feel like I was that close, but whatever. Whoa. Volkswagens? I don't fucking like them, but that's because I'm a mechanic and I don't like working on them. I know plenty of people that have them. They're great cars. There's just a lot of things that I don't agree with, I guess. I'm biased. Like, lots of plastic parts on the VWs. Lots of Audi parts are shared, so like sometimes shit breaks and they don't sell anything except for Audi parts and it costs you 3 times as much, and it's like, dude, what's up with that bullshit? It's a lot of needless complication, and a lot of it's cool. Like, my aunt had an '02 Jetta, I think, and the clutch cable was going out. Well, turns out it wasn't a cable, it was a hydraulic line. So, that was $150 for, I think, 2 of them, because you have one goes one way, the other one goes the other way or something. I don't remember how that worked, but... And then I had to take the entire center console off to get down to all the linkages and stuff. And then I had to go under and I had to disconnect the exhaust and take down the exhaust shielding. It was just so much stuff, dude. It was so crazy. All just to change a shift linkage. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm the wrong person to ask about VWs. I'm kind of biased. I don't hate them. I just don't like them. But I have a lot of them on Forza. Especially this badass Corrado, which is all-wheel drive. I don't feel like driving an all-wheel drive yet, but we'll come back to that. Here we go. Since we're doing Toge, this is the car I wanted to drive. Oh yeah. Whoops, wrong button. This car cracks me up because on Forza it sounds exactly like a Honda motor. Like, they should have used this sound for the Hondas. It's even better back here. Sounds good. This is the little miniature space shuttle. We're gonna go into orbit, boys. Whoa, I should probably learn this car again before I start fucking around. Otherwise, we're gonna find out. Torino Sprinter, dude. It does look like a little mini space shuttle thing, but this is one of the most world-renowned drift cars for some reason. Dude, drifting this thing, driving it, when you drive it, it kind of feels like a small regular car, but when you drift it, it starts to feel like a go-kart. At least on a video game, I don't know. I've never driven one in real life, but I guess I could imagine the feeling in real life would be comparable. It is not smooth. This is one of the hardest cars. One of the hardest cars I've ever had to tune. And part of it is because I'm such a spoiled little doo-doo brat that I have to have like all the freaking parts on cars before it feels right. And I really wanted this to be kind of authentic. So it's like a stage 1 build, if you will. Stage 1.5, stage 2, so it's not like maxed out. It's not turbo. I had to spend a lot of time tuning the chassis. Yeah, it's not turbo. And it has little wheels, dude. It's such a weird feeling on this game. Short wheelbase. It just feels a lot like a go-kart. Yeah, see, we're only making... Fuck. I can't see. We're only making like 300 horse, which is very substantial for this, but in real life, I think that's kind of an understatement to what it could be. I wasn't going for numbers either because the game's not always 100%, so what I did is I tuned it piece by piece until it felt like a decent car to me. And I guess if you watch like the throttle percentage and the horsepower, the way I drive it, I guess, a lot of times it doesn't go over 200 horse, so it kind of feels realistic to me. It's not nearly as powerful as it could be, but that's the weird part about Forza. I don't know. It's like if you watch the numbers, 320 horsepower and god damn it. I wish we could just look at a fucking dyno sheet. Who the fuck is calling me, dude? Stop. Don't ever call me again. These freaking people keep calling me. Talking about taxes, dude. Dumb. Yeah, let's chug Rockstar and fucking drift, bro. Hit my bread box. Oh, geez, again? That's what I get. Oh, she's gonna do it. Nice. Yeah, dude, I changed my number because I got tired of spam calls. And I was good for a long time, but like 2 years in, whoever this phone the phone number used to be, whoever it used to belong to, some old guy named Bo or some shit, I don't know. But everybody keeps calling me, oh, hey, Bo, this and that, and like, I had like old people things calling me, talking about oxygen and shit, and oxygen sensors, or systems, or whatever, I don't know. This guy, like, must have forgot to pay his phone bill, lost his phone number, or changed his phone number for some reason, and literally his whole family thinks I'm still him, so all I could think of is maybe that guy owes taxes or something. Apparently more than 5,000. But that's none of my business. Yeah, dude, it's been so bad this past 2 weeks, man. I've been getting so many calls in a day, it's unbelievable, dude. It's to the point now where now I don't answer phone calls if it doesn't have caller ID. And then the other thing now too is like since all the government shut down and everything and like food stamps are gone and everything, they keep calling all these people that they think have Medicare or something, or Medicaid, I can't remember, whichever one old people get. So now they're calling me too, talking about some kind of freaking benefits that I don't know. Just shut up and stop calling me, people. I am not old yet. And even if I was, I don't have those things. Alright, car, what's wrong with you? Why are you being like this? Oh, Medicare, yeah. Yeah, they won't stop calling me, dude. And I've blocked 3 numbers already. They're just as bad as the tax people calling me. Except the tax people, dude. Holy shit. It doesn't matter how many times I block numbers, dude. I still get 5 calls a day from other people. Something is not right. I think I let my tires get uneven temperatures. We're gonna have to slow down for a second and equalize everything. So different temperatures. Here, watch. Let's see, telemetry. Ah! Crap, I forgot how to do this without my controller. No. 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 Why? No. Dang it. Horn. Telemetry. Where's... Oh, it's right there on the bottom. Okay, page up, page down. There we go. Okay, here's friction, suspension, body, XL. Okay, tires. So the difference in temperature affects the pressure. So check out, let's see, right here, right? Pressure. The middle one on each tire is pressure. And then the top one is temperature. So watch as I drive. Watch what happens to the temperatures, and then watch what happens to the pressure. What's up, DJ Reek? Yes, it represents real life. This game, so a lot of people complain and people argue over what's the best game, but I swear to God, dude, like I said, I'm a half-assed decent driver in real life, and this is, to me, this is the closest that you can get in a driving simulator. Even though it's more arcade than most driving simulators, this game is the best. The best thing I could find. It was the closest thing. And it's not perfect, but... So, here's the other thing, is you have this other stat down here, so check out camber, right? So this is a heat map of the tires. So you have inner, middle, and outer, and this part of telemetry helps us set our cambers to make sure that our friction dynamics are working good. If you don't know what camber is, as you turn a corner, the tire tries to roll off the rim. And so if you lean the rim against that, hi Mandy, then you can actually counteract it. So here, I'll drive it slow so you can watch the heat map go up slow. I shouldn't say slow, I should say I'll drive not hard. I'll drive medium aggressive. So see on the back when we round the corner how the outside of the tire starts to heat up. Now for optimal grip, you wouldn't necessarily want the outside of the tire to heat up first, but in the car world we call that side bite, and you actually get a little bit more grip on a side bite scenario. And because this is a drift car, you're constantly sideways both ways, and if you get too much camber in the rear, you basically, like, when you turn one direction or the other, the car is basically only relying on one tire for grip, which is usually the outside tire. And the inside tire usually has too much camber, and you end up just being on the inside edge. So with a drift car, a lot of times we'll try to have a flat camber. That way you get good grip both ways. So I've got a little bit of camber to help with traction dynamics, you know, suspension geometry, but it's not excessive. We do want a little bit of driving, handling, drivability, but because this is a toge slash drift car, it's more beneficial to have a flat alignment on the rear. And I'm not a traditional driver, so like I don't do all the extreme stuff that most drifters do. I rely a lot on my real world experience, so a lot of my tunes will mimic like real life setups, like stock cars, like OEM cars, because that's what I'm used to driving, is OEM stuff. I don't have thousands of dollars to spend on parts, so I usually just drive my cars the way they come. Okay, I don't know anything about that conversation, so I'm just gonna drive. Oh, NC, you're probably sick of the flu shots already, huh, buddy? Whoops. Whoops. Oh, we came off the ground. That was sketchy. Damn, that guy died, dude. Well, I'm not a paramedic, so... Oh, what the fuck was that? This suspension sucks. Oh my god. Holy shit, dude. We almost died. Dude, that was a good run. Damn it, didn't shut it down early enough. Dirt drop. Damn it, dude. Those fucking... Oh! These paddle shifters piss me off, dude. Damn, look at that. Look at the sun poking through the clouds on this game, dude. This game is awesome. Inactivity detected? Get out of here. I don't think you even know what you're talking about right now, Xbox. Oh, maximum angle, dude. Damn. Whoa, car. Oh, you... I'm gonna shoot you, bro. We just switched to Battlefield, bro. Get out of here, Legacy. Alright, what's next? What do we got? Excuse me. I don't even know what's tuned. Let's try this. I think I did some tuning on this. Either it's half-ass tuned or it's completely screwed. Aw, thanks, Mandy. Check out my sexy drift car. Oh, listen to that motor purr, dude. Oh, all that low-end torque, bro. Oh, I must have tuned it. It handles nicely. Whoa, something's a little screwy. Oh, how dare you, DJ? This... Is that a Supra? Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Now you know something about the Toyota Supra. Let me tell you something about my Toyota Supra. Yeah, something ain't right. Oh my god, oh my god. Dang it. I've instantly disappointed myself. Yep. I was in the middle of tuning the springs. Oh man, I just want to drive though. Maybe not though. It looks like I set them soft. Damping styled. Anti-roll. I don't know, maybe I just need to get used to it. Mandy, I just now got your comment. Oh yeah. As much as I love Honda, boy. Oh my god. What would any of us do to have a Supra? I think this might be pretty stock. I think that's what I was going for, is a stockish tune. It's pretty loose. I don't know what the power is, but it's way too much. Because Supra. Oh yeah, we just got a loose suspension and some pretty aggressive tune on some other parts. Woo! Alright. Yeah, giggity, bro. I can't do it. I can't, dude. I'm gonna have to spend another couple hours on this car. But I do have this one. What mirrors, dude? You're supposed to drive faster than traffic. We don't look in the mirrors. Mirrors are for peasants. People who drive slow and have to worry about everyone else ramming them. Okay, so this is Forza 5, which is... the setting is in Mexico. So this is my Mexico tribute car. This is my Forza Horizon 5 Mexico tribute car. Let's bring up telemetry because... Woo! Damn, dude, we can't even... Dude, I'm not even using all the horsepower. This thing is like 1,000 horse. I'm only using like 800. I don't remember. Does it have 8? Nope, 7. I only got a 6-speed H pattern, so for 7 I gotta bump the paddle shifter. Dude, you can drive this car like you're on a Sunday drive and be doing 120. Oh my god! What? Dude, this shifter screws me up sometimes. Whoops. Too much beans. Whoa, dude, damn. Trying to get used to this gearbox. I do a lot of custom gearbox tunes, and this is like 3 different tunes, kind of. It's a 7-speed because it does over 200 miles per hour, but it's also a drift car. And the power band's weird because it's so powerful. So like first and second are useless. So then third is basically first. Right? See, I can just whip that out. But then I have, so third and fifth are like first and second. But then I have like a trucking kind of, so like now I have second gear but high range. See? So it's like second high. And then fifth is second. Or first high, sorry. Fifth is second, and then sixth is second high. Because this thing has so much power, you don't need that many gears because the power band is wide and it's so powerful. Like we could drive in fourth, right? Like just minding our own business, and then we don't even have to clutch kick. We can just power over, and as soon as that turbo spools, and then obviously seventh is overdrive, so how well does it reverse? Well, I mean, you can't change reverse on this game, so it's got a stock reverse. So basically it's like 5,000 horsepower in reverse. Aw, man, I can't J-turn uphill. Let's go downhill. So for this, we will use the mirrors, even though I can barely see them. That is hard. It's hard on a video game, and it's hard on the 1,000 horsepower Supra. Yep. We were pretending to be a peasant. Alright, let's hear this baby scream. Oh, listen to that. Holy shit. Dude, this car has an insane amount of liftoff. This thing has more horsepower than the fucking space shuttle itself. It's got more thrust than Earth. See you later, DJ Reek. Sleep well, young soul. What? I don't know what happened. Jesus, dude, this thing is insane, bro. This car drives faster than my fucking graphics. It's faster than my processor. thing does not toge very well. It's got an aggressive alignment. What the fuck, dude? Sand on the road. Whoops. Way too fast. Damn it. Shit, man. Did not like that. Bro. My clutch kicks are not working. Yo, you fuck, dude. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with left foot braking in general? There's just a certain point where the brakes don't even fucking work anymore, dude. Dude, what the fuck? Why, dude? And why does left foot braking not help? was waiting for that to happen.